I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed. Can I kick it? Different, so I ask, can I? Nature, all is automatic.
Tonight on EA Sports, it's Super Bowl Sunday. We'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy between the Arizona Cardinals taking on a second NFC team, the Seattle Seahawks. After all the talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway. And this carries into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here come the Seahawks. Time for that offense and quarterback Russell Wilson to go to work.
Whenever you think about the Seattle Seahawks, one of the first things that pops to mind is how well they run the football and how much they like doing it. But you have to also look at how well Russell Wilson has played at the quarterback spot. Hasn't just been a game manager. Last year, over 4,100 yards passing, the second most in his career. 31 touchdown passes and took care of the ball as well because he threw just 5 interceptions. If you need to open things up, Russell Wilson can get it done.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A good pickup there at 22.
Good.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Peters brought him down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Wilson, after the play fake to Carson, going for Metcalf on the... And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. With a first touchdown of the Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
This will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
I still remember being in Indianapolis at the Combine when the result of Kyler Murray's height was announced. And when the tape measure showed him at a little bit above 5'10", all doubts went out the window, and rightly so. The Cardinals went 5-10-1 with him last year, but he was the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. This guy can make great plays with his arm, can scoot with his feet, and has motivated this team and has them on a really...
Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Shaquille Griffin. Murray's pass.
They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick 6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended? That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them all. What a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Play action. It's Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. They find some open field here. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
On 1st down, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A 6-yard pick.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
After the turnover, here's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
At the 16-yard line.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. By Bobby Wagner, the NFL's leading tackler in 2019, there on the stop.
At the 18-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Murray. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 16 yards, a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Seven, our score after 1.
Score tied 7-7.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a man coming off a career season. Here's Kenyon Drake. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Trey Flowers on the stop.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the 44, Murray. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On first down, Drake. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more on that one and another first down.
11 more yards.
This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, it's a nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Murray toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's the veteran Larry Fitzgerald who finishes it off with a touchdown.
Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down?
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Buda Baker with a pick, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm. And nowadays, we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Now a draw play with Drake. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those.
And it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the 2nd half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive?
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. 95 yards. Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Rolling touchdown, Seahawks.
There's a sight that fans were used to seeing a little bit more earlier in his career. Just 3 rushing touchdowns last year for Russell Wilson. He's had as many as 6 in a season. I think he's a lot more selective, a little more judicious about running the football now, but still scares the heck out of any defense when he decides to tuck it and go.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone.
Jason Myers to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be...
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that one will fall incomplete.
Intended for
clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. The safety, Buda Baker, there to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
For the never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and this will be a touchback. No return from Isabella. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. And now a big play to start off this drive as the shot downfield is complete. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 42 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the 3rd quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, Murray. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd. Completes it to Fitzgerald. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Give him 30 yards there.
He's been a one-man dynamo on this drive so far. And you know the other receivers would love to get involved. But right now, his skill and his play has his team in a great position to put 6 points on the board.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt. Two
of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Steps away. Now he'll pull, and he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. Kyler Murray, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Cardinals have broken the tie.
Yes, indeed. Touchdown Kyler Murray. You remember as a rookie, 4 rushing touchdowns. But he's one of those players who's not just quick, but awfully fast. Had 12 rushing touchdowns at Oklahoma during his Heisman Trophy winning season in 2018. Expect him to expand on using his legs in the future.
Gonzalez to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Wilson's pass.
And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. Well, they've got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that?
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree. All right, but he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I'll guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get
Blues fumble, and this will go out of bounds, and they're still short of the line to gain, so this is going to be a turnover on downs here. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
False start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Still 3rd down.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. waiting from the gun. Murray. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's first down from the 42. Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Russell Wilson.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
2nd and 20. From the gun, it's Wilson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The Cardinals take over.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now a play fake here on first down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Third quarter of the biggest spectacle in sport, the Super Bowl. Thanks for joining us, everybody. 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Murray now on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Focusing on me with some Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that. It's time to learn that.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 3rd down, Murray Eluding the pressure right. He may try. Murray fighting. Lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the two-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that... means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass for...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Now, I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
.23 yards on the tuck and run.
First and 10 at the
first down. Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk there to make the grab. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown.
Zane Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
Twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Gonzalez. Is now to kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Russell Wilson now gears. Tough to lead the offense again. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat. To the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, two scores down. Take it upon yourself now. To play perfect or near perfect. Perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game, but it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we're at the time in the Super Bowl where, look, they need points. And they need them badly, trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Will Disley, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25. The football going back over to Arizona now. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Murray flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The sack there by Rasheem Green. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now this throw caught left side. 20. 10.
You thought you had it, didn't you? You thought you had it.
He is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins, 70 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
Gonzalez lining up for the extra point.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Gonzalez to kick off for Arizona.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
DK Metcalf of the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. 3 yards remain for 2nd down.
And 3.
Murray now to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Trey Flowers picks it. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
They'll try to run with Carson, and he will not be denied. Into the end zone, touchdown Seahawks. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
This will make it into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. But the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. He finds an opening past the 40. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
That's good.
Not only another 1st down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
Here's Murray from midfield. It's complete to Drake. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Six yards left on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Drake. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he hits Drake. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
A Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now. Yeah,
you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. From the gun, Murray. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Trey Flowers picks it. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get two, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
So Wilson and the Seahawks down by 10. A minute 50 to play. They've come so far this year, but they need 2 quick scores late in this Super Bowl. Now Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for. And it's second down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Here's second and 10 now from the 29. Wilson to throw. Being chased out left. He'll have a Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50. A nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously, ball security is paramount in today's football.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Trey Flowers picks it. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Or based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did